What's up, everybody? Welcome to another review video for a Redbubble shop. So today's shop review, we're going to be reviewing Designer's Town from Ty Hauer. Excuse me. Sorry, totally wrong. K&R Studio. We're going to be reviewing K&R Studio's Designer Town. He has a total of 8 sales in his business on Redbubble. Last month he's had a single sale. His goal is to get up to $500 in sales every single month, and he created it a year ago. So he created his store a year ago, and he has a total amount of 37 designs. Okay, so now we have all the stats. So this is the store, Designer's Town, all the way out of India. So shout out to anybody in India watching this. We got a lot to talk about. There is a lot to say. So the goal is $500 a month. So I'm going to preface everything that I'm saying here with that. Okay. And now when I see stores that their goal is to make $500 a month, I'll be honest, there are some stores that can do that for me within 1,000 designs, but there's other stores that can do that within 800 designs. But then there's other stores that I have within certain niches that would need about 3,000 designs to get that. Now, there are some people out there on Redbubble that have some stores with 5,000 designs and don't have a single sale. But I don't know how you get to 5,000 designs without a single sale, but, it is what it is. So just realize that sometimes there's a broad spectrum. And I say this a lot when I bring up the courses, referring to the tag course and the design course. For those who knows what I'm talking about the Redbubble SEO tagging course, and I'm talking about the design course, the POD design course, the print-on-demand design course. I say this a lot, guys, but I say this because I want to really keep your vision over the long game, okay? And I say specifically, if there's a design that's the most beautiful design in the world, and everybody would love to buy it, but nobody sees it because the tags are weak, or there are no tags, or whatever the case may be, it just doesn't appear in the search, then it's just simply not going to make any money. It doesn't matter how good the design is. And then on the other hand, if you have a terrible design, and you have really, really, really good tags, you're going to get traffic, you're going to get seen, but you're not going to get that many sales either. An easy way to decipher between the two is just simply look at your statistics, look at your analytics. Go to your dashboard, look at your analytics, and check. If you have a lot of search traffic but not a lot of sales, or you have a lot of traffic but not a lot of sales, that means there's a problem with your art. The art needs to change. If you have a low amount of search traffic, low amount of traffic period, and you're getting sales for that search traffic, then you're doing well with the designs, but you need to work on your traffic. Now, a good way to measure that is just simply look at the number of designs you have. So in this case, this designer here has 37 designs. He says his store has been active for a year, so he created a year ago. At that point, he should be getting around 30 to 40 visits a day to his store. If he's not doing that, then that means either he's in wrong niches, the tagging is messed up, or whatever the case may be. So just in general, think of it this way. If you're not getting traffic, it has to do with your tags, your titles, etc. Okay? So let's kind of look at this. So the first thing I want to preface by saying is everybody could be doing a little bit better. Everybody could be working a little harder. If you had the store for a year, you could have done more than 37 designs. In fact, I'm not going to really say success begins at this point in time, but you got to think about it this way. You're going to start to get the ball rolling once you learn how to get over 1,000 designs on your store. Okay? Now, when I say 1,000 designs on your store, it's okay if you have multiple stores and those thousands are designs, the 1,000 designs are spread amongst all stores. I say at minimum you need to have at least 300 on a store. So when I review a store like this, you got to understand that when I see things that are positive, there could be more positive things on a store if there are more designs and I can point things out. Like, I'll just look at this design and this design and this design and this design. These are all good designs for Redbubble in the way that the art was created, right? These are like quintessential t-shirt designs. When you go on merch, when you go on Redbubble, when you go on TeePublic, these are the styles that are that predominantly exist, right? And they're good designs. So maybe that's a style that you can stick to. You want to stick to a particular style. Here I see photos of Jason Momoa. Just for the sake of it, let's just go over here and go to the best selling, and let's just see what is the best selling designs that this person has. And so we could see here the best selling designs that the person has created is the Jason Momoa designs. Now, is that technically a trademark infringement? It technically is, right? You're using somebody else's face, somebody else's characteristics, whatever you want to call it, on your own work, and you're getting paid for it. Technically, it's not right. But hey, you're doing it anyway. You made money. It is what it is. Now, the thing that I'm curious about is for designs like this, if you were to set them on a sticker, it wouldn't sell. I'm like, if you look at the design, there's text here that I can't see what it says because it's a sticker format. So for that case, I'm not sure if you set that as your default. I could just refresh the page for your default product template. Yep, it is. You want to change this. So any kind of design that is not visible on the product that it's set on is not a good place to have that product set on. So for example, look at this design. It says, "My heart belongs to my mommy." First of all, I just find that like a weird statement to say, but anyways, you could see the word "my heart" with the little black banner around it and the word "to mommy," or what does that say? Mommy? Yeah, that says mommy. I couldn't even read the text because the shirt in the background is black. The text is black, so it's hard to even read. These are small mistakes that we probably all make. Like it would be much more beneficial if you had something like this, like a white t-shirt, right? So something like that I could actually see what's going on. Now, I don't know who would buy something like that. You got to remember that your designs, you have to really just be able to, and this is a good little trick, is when you create certain designs, can you picture in your head somebody really buying this? Like I could tell you, unless this is like a joke, like somebody's buying this as a joke, nobody would buy this in the United. Maybe actually, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. But you guys tell me in the comments because I really don't know. Please tell me. Like I'm asking you guys to please let me know. As an American from a first world country, would you buy something like this? The only time I could picture buying something like this is like if for my son I would buy like baby clothes with this on it. That's like maybe. Like, but other than that, it says, "My heart belongs to mommy." I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's a joke or if that's some sort of trend or fad or exactly what that was, but I could tell you I wouldn't be buying something like this. But once again, when you create work and you create certain art, you need to think logically. Are people realistically going to buy something like this? If the answer is yes, go for it. Like I was just creating some art earlier today, some work, just after finishing my 60 designs, and I looked at my designs and I'm like, yeah, like I think anybody would look at any of these 60 and yes, they would buy this, so it's buyable. So yeah, ask yourself, is this buyable? Is somebody willing to really buy this? Something that's cool, I saw a certain design that I liked on your page here is, where was it? I saw it earlier. It was something like, I can't remember exactly what it was, but let's just check out the most relevant, and we'll get back to it. But there was a design that I did really like here. Yeah, here it is. So it says, "Kings are born in December." So like this design right here, this is good. If you have your tagging put on properly, you can make money off this design. I don't know if you sold this exact design before, this "Kings are born in December." But let's go ahead and check out the best selling. If it's not like in the top 3, I doubt it, but let's go ahead and see here. Yeah, it's not. So you didn't make any money selling that design. So let's just check here. Yeah, so once again, you could have made money from this design, but do you see how you titled this? T-shirts, hoodies, posters, stickers, phone cases, like you're just trying at this point to get some SEO traffic. You're hurting yourself when you do this, okay? So just leave all this extra stuff out. A lot of people think more is more. That's not true. Less is more in a lot of certain circumstances. We talk about this in the tagging course, But a lot of the times when you're looking to tag something or you're looking to get SEO traffic, a lot of people go overboard. This is not the way to go. Do not tag your products like this. Don't add too much. By you listing t-shirts, hoodies, posters, think of somebody who's going on Google and actually searching Kings Are Born in December, t-shirts, hoodie, poster, stickers, phone cases, caps, coffee mugs, masks, etc. Nobody searches that, right? They search Kings Are Born December t-shirt, Kings Are Born December hoodie, Kings Are Born December poster, right? That's what they'll search if they end up searching. Now, with that being said, I want to leave your tags for just a minute, but the Kings Are Born in December, what I would have done if I were you, because this is actually a pretty good design, I would take this and create, if I have no ideas for designs, and let's just say if this design sold, meaning my tags are on point, I would take this design and I would create Kings Are Born in, and then every month of the year. And then I would go and create Queens Are Born in, and I would create every month of the year. I would do the same thing for Prince, Princess, right? And then I would change the top word here. So instead of kings, we could put the word like alphas are born in whatever. Then we could do things that are thought-provoking. So we could call people betas and say betas are born in, October, November, December, whatever month it is. And guys, for people watching this who might take offense to what I'm saying, like if I say kings are born in XYZ and alphas are born in, December and betas are born in October. I'm just, there's no emotion behind this. I'm just giving the person ideas on how to make money. So I don't actually believe in that stuff. But this is just like a good idea to make the money. You know what I'm saying? Just good little things that you could put out there. A lot of times when you have a good concept like this, and the reason why I say something like this is a good design is because first thing I look for, is it buyable? Is somebody out there in the world willing to actually buy this with confidence and wear it in public? I would say, yeah, there are people out there that are willing to buy this. Now, maybe it's just me, once again, but when I look at that design that said, my heart belongs to my mommy or whatever it is, or, whatever it is, something like that, for the age group of Redbubble, like the customer base, and maybe I'm wrong, guys, like you let me know, but for the customer base on Redbubble, we're talking about people who are 25 to 35, unless you're buying it for like your baby, like a son or daughter, and they're like babies, like little kids, I just don't see how that's going to translate into sales. But yeah, come up with variations for things that work. This is a design that works. Number one, it's buyable. Like I said, people are willing to actually put this on a t-shirt, wear it out in public, and wear it. That's first of all. Second of all, it's advertisable. So when I think of something that's advertisable, I think of like an Instagram page. Like I'm really, really heavy into Instagram. And a lot of the times I think of, okay, what is something that you can sell to an audience on Instagram? Right? Like something like this would work for like a horoscope page, or like a horoscope page, or like those people that believe in the astrology and all that kind of stuff. Like, and you can add different words here. Instead of like kings, you could put alphas, or like whatever kind of word that it doesn't even have to be necessarily positive. It could be negative too. But it's just things that's supposed to provoke an emotion. Like you can make a joke t-shirt that says idiots are born in December. Like something like that. Now, obviously, it's not the nicest thing to say, but I'm just giving you an example of things that are thought-provoking or emotion-provoking, right? The next thing I want to say, which is obvious, it's an elephant in the room, but stick to a niche. Like if you're really going to go as low as 37 designs in a category, or in Redbubble, stick to a niche. Give yourself the biggest chance to absolutely dominate. Now, you guys are going to hear me say certain things over and over and over during this YouTube series where I do people's reviews. Like, for example, stick to a particular niche, right? You're going to hear me say that. The reason why you're going to hear me say that is because there are certain things that are just tried and true. Now, I notice here also, let me just go ahead and view the artist profile, is there's no Instagram linked. The Pinterest, let's go ahead and take a look at the Pinterest. 2 monthly views. See, you might as well like not even link something if you're not going to use it. So with Pinterest, if you're not going to use Pinterest, don't link it. You can link your Instagram account, and what I would do with, if I were you, and guys, this is the whole point of using Instagram. You keep everything in the same niche. Like, guys, I want you to imagine something. Everybody watching this, maybe this will help. How much cleaner will the store look if he took this design and made thousands and thousands of variations of this? Now, I'm not saying that's ideal to create a lot of good designs. That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I'm saying is imagine that's the case. So instead of kings are born in December, you would have kings born in October, January, whatever. After you finish all those months, like I said, you do the female ones. So queens are born in, and then you add all the months, make different designs, add different colors. Then when that's all finished, you can do different keywords, like instead of kings, you use funny words, derogatory words. And when I say derogatory, not to where you get banned off a platform, but like words like idiots are born on December, morons are born in October, whatever it is. And I would do every month of the year, and I would label it certain keywords like funny, December design, or t-shirt design. And I would look for specifically different niches that are a bit less competitive. And I wouldn't use like certain niches that are too competitive, because I could just picture, like, if you go for December birthday, you type something up, that could have a million different results in there. You want to fit in a category where I would say for keywords like this, if this is your specific niche, maybe 5,000 to 10,000 results, and you would create about 2,000 to 3,000 yourself out of those results. You would create that many, right? And with that rate, you might be making 300 to 400, 500 a month doing that. Now, maybe if anybody else is out there who wants to do this, go ahead and do it. Like, this person's goal is $500 a month. He says it right here on the screen. Take this design, create literally 3,000 designs of it, and use that to be your only niche. Like, don't mess around. Don't add extra niches. Don't do anything extra. Keep that to be your only niche. Don't add your Jason Momoa photos. Don't add Boo Squad. Don't add Mommy's Little Valentine's Day. Don't do all that, right? Only add that. And create literally a store with 3,000 designs, posting 60 designs every day. For you, it would be super easy because you're just changing a couple words. And you do it, you'll make $500 a month. At minimum, you'll make $200 a month. Now, assuming that you're tagging correctly. So tagging correctly has a lot of things to it. But let's go ahead and take a look at your tags here, and let's go ahead and see here. All right, so kings are born in December. That's a good tag. Like that, this is the first person I could say that I've seen that had the very first tag properly. Kings are born in December. That's a good way to go. Then what I would do is I would just click on this tag, right, and search for kings are born in December and see what is there. Now you could see here there's 1,817 results. So if you have kings are born in December, you can own a few of these results. I would look at certain designs that are getting the best selling, honestly, in this category. Now, I do recommend you use the Redbubble Rocket. All right, guys, so I'm back. I had to download the tool on this computer, which you guys know this computer is mainly for YouTube videos. So you could see here, got the Redbubble Tagger tool. This is exactly what I would do. So the first thing we got to figure out is the lead. Now, I talked about this in the Tagger course. So if you're familiar, literally just go to autopilotpassiveincome.com, select the Redbubble Tagger course. The Tagger course is the Rocket Tagger course, is different than the Redbubble Tag course. This is just simply how to use the tool on a higher, more advanced level. In the course, we talk about finding a lead, right? So the lead is essentially the concept of the design. So really, what's the concept here? It's not that kings are born, but it's in December. That's what the lead is. That's the concept, right? It's not the lead, but that's the concept. The lead derives from the concept. But in this case, the design, it says kings are born in December. So really what we're looking for here are designs for people born in December. So what I could do is, the first thing I could do, I could just type in December here, and we'll just take a look at what we see. So December, we got some things like Christmas Eve, January, November. Those are the things that are, so notice this. By the way, I also wanted to point this out. If you guys remember, when we just talked about this right now, kings are born in December, and I used other examples like kings are born in November, kings are born in October, January, whatever. If you search the keyword December, right, what are some related concepts? The word January, the word November. it might be a good idea to create those same designs with the same with a different month. Now, if we look here, a lot of the December stuff has to do with Christmas, November. Let's see, congratulations, birth year. Let's see here, joyous, December. Once again, this is Christmas related stuff. So I could say born. I could type in born in December, because I can't use just the keyword December as my point of study, because it's so wide. It's so, it has so many things in it. But when I search for the keyword here, born in December, now things start to add up. So I get to see, all the different born in December shirts. Now, what's related to born in December? So here we have December birthday. That might be a better keyword to go after to perform a study on. Now, remember, we're using the Rocket Tagger tool just to perform a study on. We're not doing this because we want to just grab tags. We want to figure out that niche that we can fit in. So maybe not born in December, but maybe December birthday is a better keyword. Let's go ahead and take a look. So now we shaved the results like about maybe 10,000 results. So we're sitting at 31,000 results here. So we have these vintage 1972 shirts. But what I want to do is I want to go, and since this says December birthday, I want to check what are the best selling designs for December birthday. Now we can look, vintage 1972, 50th birthday. It doesn't say, does it really say anything about December? Let's go ahead and see here. No, the design has nothing to do with December. I bet it's in the tags though. So let's see here. Yeah, so all the months of the year are in the tags. So let's just ignore that. We need to find an actual December design. So December. And the first one is December. It says, thanks for being born so close to Christmas that I only had to buy this one card. Let's see something else. I'm a December girl, fitted. Okay, born in December. This is one. Okay, but once again, it's related to Christmas. Okay. Now we have 12 legends are born in December. So this is exactly what I meant to say. So remember how I told you that we wanted different variations of designs? We can use this design as a study point, right? Because if this design is generating sales, we can even look at the account if it is generating sales. But we can use this as a reference point, as a study point. So we can go into the tagger tool, the Rocket Tagger, and we could just grab the tags for this specific design. Now I made what's the word? An error right now. You guys saw me. I grabbed tags on this link. Now, it might not seem like a bad error. The reason why this is an error is you're typically not supposed to check tags when there's other Redbubble links open, because it could affect with it. But here, born in January, born in February, let's see. Yeah, so these are the exact ones. All men created equal. Birthday, men, December, born in December. We want to check this tag as well. Yeah, so look, guys. This is an example of a design that has heavy amounts of competition, right? But when you do and we just did the research with this. Like, I can go over here, type in born in December birthday, and we have thousands and thousands of results. But when we create those variations of that specific, keyword, now we can get other ideas, or we can get into, other areas of the game, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at the tags in this one here. Let's go ahead and grab the tag. So birthday, Christmas, December, fusion, funny. See, these are examples I wouldn't tell you to use. I wouldn't want you to use kawaii. I wouldn't want you to use cute, funny, right? Because all those keywords, maybe they apply to this design, but they don't necessarily apply to yours, right? So you got to be wise with what keyword you're searching. But regardless, with your design, it's a tough one, right? It's a tough one because when you say kings are born in December, it's a good design, but those choices of keywords are competitive. Maybe because it's just December. Like if we search the same thing and we search kings are born in October, and we type in October, or maybe not October because that's also a birthday of seasons. What if we search for June birthday? How about that? June birthday. Let's see what's going on in June, right? June birthday, it's got a lot of competition as well. Let's see here. Okay, Dragon Maiden 17. Once again, all this 1970 stuff, 1981 vintage stuff, this has nothing to do with your design, and I wouldn't want you to tag based on these designs when you run the tagger. Like when you run the tagger tool, I'm sure it's going to grab a lot of like vintage, these kind of tags. The reason why is because they're dominating the niche. So it's a false positive, right? They're dominating the niche so hard that they're controlling the outcome of that niche. What I'm thinking is if you create some true true t-shirts, or not t-shirts, but you guys know what I'm talking about, true designs for your specific category of the game, you have a better chance of making more sales instead of like copy what everybody else is doing. I also just want to point this out real quick. This is a store here that I feel like your theme should look similar to something like this, right? So you could see this is just one store, literally one store, and it starts in December, October, November, January, April, July, May, March, February, literally the 12 months of the year. That's all it is. Now, this store could generate for some, especially because they're ranking, good $50, $100, $200, $250 a month. And it's not based on the number of designs, even though I tell you guys to do more designs. It's not really based on that. It's just the whole thing together. The tags are optimized. The designs all have one same theme, right? Like all these kind of concepts. But I'm saying you can expand on this. So you create your Kings Are Born in December, but you do that for every month. You do the Queens one, you do, and so on and so forth, right? But that's an example for everybody who's watching. For this account, Designers Town, for you, that might not necessarily work out for you specifically, once again, because your store is like, it has a lot of different things going on. You got pictures of reindeer, you got the mommy shirts, you got Happy New Year with like a dog paws on it, things like that, right? So you're going to want to be aware of that. But also, when I stress about your titles, guys, when I talk about the titles, obviously there's a few things you want. First thing is you want to make sure that people are genuinely searching for what you're adding in the title. So I've shown how to do this, like I said, in the Redbubble Tagger course. And I'm not talking about this one. This is the Rocket Tagger course. I'm talking the Redbubble Tag course, the SEO, the tagging, the keyword research. That course, when we talk about that course, guys, we've shown how to figure out how to find if people are searching for a specific design, right? You want to take that approach and embed it into your titles. So, like titles like this, like I said, once again, is not ideal. But you want to think, this is an easy way to do this. If you're not going to get the course, this is an easy way to do this, is just ask yourself, do I think people are searching for this? Jason Momoa is my Valentine. Maybe people are searching for those like 4 or 5 keywords together, but maybe not everything else. Like Valentine's Day, Jason Momoa, t-shirt, hoodie, stickers. This just creates extra jargon. It hurts your business. Now, let's just talk some basics about design. I wouldn't do something like this. Like if it's something like this, like I stand with Baba Voss, like I get it. It's a photo, but look at the print on this, right? You could have created this design a little bit better and got more sales because you already got a sale on this, I think. So you could have done more. Like this, you see how it's like 2 different colors and stuff like that? You could have done something that makes it a little bit different. For the future reference, and it probably sold because it has Jason Momoa in it. For future reference, for anybody watching, don't have a base color like this, a photo, and then text on it. It just doesn't look clean. If you look at like some of the motivational videos, you guys ever seen like that iceberg motivation video? Like, not video, photo. Let me type it in. Iceberg success. Let me see if it pops up. It's like a poster. See, something like this, right? Notice how the text is right on the image. Do something like this. Like figure out how to do something like this. And obviously it's not going to work every single time, but it just looks cleaner overall, so that if somebody does buy something like a canvas or like a metal print or something, it just looks better, right? For something like this, it doesn't look as attractive. Now, obviously, yours is kind of like a meme or whatever, but because it's from the I think it's from the C series. I could be wrong, but I think it's from C. Yeah, it is from C. So I get it. I get why it's sold. But at the same time, like same thing here. There's ways to improve this if you're going to end up going with Jason Momoa. Now, do I recommend it? Not really, but at the same time, who's to say that you can't do it? There's so many people out there doing it. Redbubble says, talks about the fair use policy. Now, the fair use policy basically says it's kind of like a way of taking other people's hard work and utilizing it, right? That's like basically what fair use is. Under like some wrapped up law that just basically allows Redbubble to make, not law, but it's like a policy that allows Redbubble to make more money. It's kind of like me taking the Jordan symbol, taking it, changing a background or whatever and saying that's fair use. Technically, under Redbubble's eyes, yeah, it's fair use, but under the law's eyes, it's not fair use. I'm using content that does not belong to me. But regardless, it is what it is. Designs like this, Be My Valentine, it's not bad, but once again, you got to think who's going to buy this. You have Valentine's Day, which is once a year. Out of all the different things, this is very neutral. Like, it's not comedic, it's not romantic, it doesn't really elicit any emotion. It's just very basic to me. And it's just a photo. So you gotta, like I said, you gotta ask yourself, and this is probably one of the grand takeaways for the video today, is out of all your designs, make sure you're bringing an emotion out. And guys, with all these different videos we're doing, like I'm just gonna go over here to YouTube and search the DIY Income Tutorials channel. Let's go ahead and do that. DIY Income Tutorials. And I spelt that wrong, but you get the point. DIY Income Tutorials. With this whole channel, like the past two videos and all the future videos we're going to do specifically related to Redbubble reviews, Redbubble shop reviews, there's probably going to be like a main takeaway from every video. I could say from this video specifically, with all your designs, any design that you create, think like, first of all, does it elicit an emotion that is leaning to somebody buying your product? Like, if somebody looks at your product and they're creeped out and they don't want to buy it, that's not a positive emotion. Like, that's not something you want. But if somebody looks at your design and says, oh, that's cute, or oh, that's funny, or oh, that's cool, those are all positive emotions that lean to somebody potentially buying your product, right? Like, when I look at a design of something, I say, oh, that's pretty cool, I might end up buying that product, right? But if I say, ew, that's weird or that's creepy, I might not want to buy it. So think of the emotion that your design might elicit. And you'll notice, and I'll just share this with everybody, and this is kind of how I learned to get into designing a little bit better, and I created a more efficient flow when I started designing, and I actually showed this in the POD design course. As I was doing this, guys, what I started to realize is certain things that I could add or change could really, really make things look better. Actually, you guys see it in the design course when I was doing the 60 designs in 34 minutes or whatever. There was a video I made after, and I was talking about like how to advance certain designs or how to make certain designs look better on certain things. And I was basically going through showing little things that I added or that I changed in the design to kind of bring it out a little more. And that made it look a little cooler. So what I'm trying to say is that cool emotion or any emotion, try to elicit that emotion, bring that emotion out. And you'll notice, like I said, as you're working on your designs, design after design after design, you're going to notice certain designs that you could add a little thing or change a little thing, and it will really impact the way you feel towards that design. Now, obviously, you don't want to be blinded by your work. You don't want to say, oh, I'm the best ever, but you're really bad. You don't want that. Or you're neutral, or you're just average. You want to be honest with yourself, but you want to look at it from a consumer point of view, right? Like, just try to think of it that way. That's kind of like the best way that I could put it. Same thing, like these are just general comments, but like things like this, right? If there was look at this, right? Wishing you peace, love, and cheer in the new year. So I'm not saying this is a bad design, but once again, look at the emotion it elicits. So first of all, the white text is very neutral. So I'm no design coach, but I've taken a few design courses. The white text is very neutral text, right? The font. This is like an aggressive, sharp text. Like, it's aggressive. Like, I would use this for maybe a motivational, or I could just picture this. Like, you guys know the quote, the wolf on the hill, the wolf on the hill is never as hungry as the wolf climbing the hill. I could picture this kind of font for a quote like that, with a picture of a wolf on a mountain or whatever. I can't picture that for somebody saying like, Happy New Year. Like, I just can't picture that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I can't picture it being successful is what I'm trying to say. Second thing is, try to center your work, like your art. Like, imagine if I was to really buy an iPhone case from you in this circumstance, and let's just say the design checked out and I really wanted it. If I'm looking at this design, there's a gap here on the left and there's no gap here on the right, that might be the very one thing that turns me off from buying. Like, you got to remember that consumers need almost everything to be perfect with the design for them to buy. Now, obviously, that's not always the case, right? That's really not. But really, any kind of small thing could really turn your buyer off. Like, for me, if I had the perfect design, there was like a little gap here, I wouldn't end up buying it because there's no gap here. It just wouldn't look right on the product. It's not centered properly. But to be honest, I wouldn't even get to that point because if you look in this image, I can't see what the text is because it's the sticker format. And the sticker format, when you have white text, it's not going to stand out at all because look at this situation. Like, look, I can't see what it says here, right? So once again, when you're doing, these are obvious remarks here, but when you're creating certain designs, make sure you're strategically, picking it on the right products. Like, look at this design. This is a hat. It's an image, but I have no idea what the text says. I can't see the text or any other related aspect to it because it's on a hat, and hats are really, really small. So once again, just think about like these small little things, right? And that might help you improve. Now, once again, I'm not going to be able to give, world-changing advice for every single video because everybody's circumstance is different. But there are going to be takeaways. There are going to be these nuggets that you can move off of. And guys, honestly, with Redbubble, when you take little things away every single day and you start applying them over a month, over a year, you're going to be significantly better. You just got to start applying them and really start paying attention to them. And you won't make small mistakes. Like, this is a small mistake. Like, look at this. I'm not sure if there's text here or what's going on here. Like, look at this. Like, if this is like just straight up a ribbon, why is there a white background? You know what I'm saying? Like, things like this. Like, these are small mistakes. They need to be fixed. Title stuff, small mistakes. When you fix all these, you're going to get closer and closer and closer to success. Stuff like this. Once again, like, I wouldn't buy a t-shirt if this was the design. Like, I just wouldn't. I need to have the white taken out, and I need to have the design kind of like that. But then again, like I said, you want to create designs that elicit emotions out of people. If you're expecting the design to just purely sell on a white, like, t-shirt kind of product, you're hurting your potential sales, right? And at the same time, you got to ask yourself and remember, how many people are going to buy this on a t-shirt? They might buy it on a sticker. You know what I'm saying? So that's also why, like I said, we keep designs in the same niche, in the same category. So if they're in the same category and all my designs are like this, then it makes sense to then use the same products as my default. All right? So I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out. Bye.